Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm here playing some Gnomoria, and this is something that I had wanted to start a while ago, and this was a let's play sort of kind of tutorial almost in Gnomoria. Now if you don't know what Gnomoria is, I would suggest you go look it up, especially if you were ever interested in playing Dwarf Fortress at all whatsoever. Now, I apologize if the music's a little loud. I'm going to turn that down on my headset a little bit. But the music in this game is extremely important due to what it tells you. So, but don't want to get ahead of myself too much. So I'm just going to hop right into a new game. So this is what opens when you first open up the game. You can go and configure options. I like to play full screen, no border, and unfortunately I cannot play 1080 right now, due to the fact that I'm on a slightly older monitor right now. So I apologize for the video not being in 1080, because I now can record in 1080. I don't know how, but I can. I've messed with some stuff, but anyway. So 1050, and that's probably why you might see a little border on the side. And you can figure all your settings up in here as well, and they actually added all of these from here, mine wall all the way down. They added all of these just recently, and I have not even gotten to mess with them, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm gonna go into new game, and you can choose your name. I think that's good, the Soulful Kingdom. You can randomize it. I am not going to come up with names, so I just hit the random button. I'd like to start out with a huge world, because it is best for if you're a beginner, because it does give you the most to play with and the largest amount of resources available that are at your disposal. So that's very nice. Your seed. These seeds determine how the world generates. Mine is 28279607762. If you would like to generate the same world. And the center, the kingdom center, I'm going to just leave at 00, and I'm going to be playing in normal, just to get the whole effect of waves and whatnot. So yeah, so I'm going to generate the world, and this might take a while, but I am just going to speed this up, so you won't have to wait for it. Okay, so this is what you're going to get the second you generate your world. You're going to be on the same level as your nomads, and you're going to see that you should start out with 2 yaks, 1 male, 1 female, and some crates. I believe 3 crates, 2 bags, and 2 wheat, cotton bags, not wheat, and I believe 3 barrels. Oh, 2 barrels. Okay. And those contain wine, which are in your drinks, and I'm going to just move my FPS counter, which you cannot see, out of the way so I can read this. The cotton bags contain seeds, strawberry and wheat, as you can read there, and oat crates, and these are going to be containing a lot of different things. I think mainly food is what is in these. Lots of food, a loaf of bread. And this one is going to have some armor in there for us. So we're going to put all that to good use very quickly. But as for right now, since this is a sort of tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to move around and interact with the world, so that your gnomes can use it effectively. So as you might have guessed, you can just click on these items here to actually select them, and then go into the little menu that pops up here and click on that. And then if you want to see what's inside of the crates or bags or what have you, just click contents. Pretty simple. It's kind of basic. It's a lot simpler than Dwarf Fortress, that is for sure. So it's basics right here. We're going to move around the world with the WASD keys. No one would have ever guessed that, I'm sure. And you can just kind of pan around the world and see what you have around you. A lot of cotton here, which is going to be useful for when I want to do nothing with the cotton. Cotton is actually going to be useful for making beds, and beds will increase the overall happiness, and it'll also decrease tiredness of my gnomes when they sleep in beds. That's for a little bit later, probably next episode, if not the one after that. If you want to go up or down layers, what you will do is you will use the scroll wheel on your mouse, and I believe there's other buttons for that. I'm not entirely sure what they are, just in case you don't have a scroll wheel, but most mice do nowadays. So, scroll wheel to go up and down layers, and as you can see up in the corner here, it says our depth goes up or down depending on the direction we scroll. And so that's pretty basic there. And if you would like to zoom out, you can either hit the plus or minus keys up at the top of the keyboard, not on the number pad. Those unfortunately do not work. You can configure them to work, I'm sure, but there's really no point, because instead of reaching your hand over to those keys, you can simply hold down the control button and use the mouse wheel. That also allows you to control, and you can kind of go quickly there. But it's easier to use control and the mouse wheel because it's really not that difficult at all. Pretty convenient because your hand is actually going to be over by the control button anyway, more than likely, and you can always configure that, I'm sure, in one way or another. The game is being updated pretty constantly and pretty consistently at that, and a lot of customization as far as options go in the previous update, that's for sure. So, as you can see, we have some trees around here, and that is good. We definitely are going to need some of those, and apple trees are also helpful for when our food starts to go down. So as of right now, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect some of these trees. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right-click anywhere on the screen, preferably not on these, not on these buttons, because you'll not get the little menu that you desire. So right-click anywhere on the screen, and then hit the agriculture button, or scroll over agriculture, and then go to fell trees, and that'll give you a little red cursor, and you can actually disable the mouse from showing up on that if you don't want the mouse. I really don't care, so I'm just going to leave it how it is, and I'm going to scroll up here just to see how high these trees go. Not too high, so I'm going to just select a lot of this area here. I'm going to start from down here, though. I'm going to select a lot of trees because we're going to need quite a good amount of wood, and I think I'm going to select that. And I only got one apple tree, so I'm going to cancel that by going to right-click and cancel job, just because that apple tree will be useful. It's only one apple tree, but you never know. Your food supply can get pretty low at points, and it's always useful to have as much as you can. So I'm just going to scroll back down to the 0 depth, and we're going to find a place to start our main base. And I think since our main camp is really close to this mountain, and this mountain is a pretty good size. It's pretty big, pretty good size. I can, if I want to, I can always dig down or dig out into this even more. So where I'm going to start digging is going to probably be around this area, probably right here, I would think. Maybe these 3. I think that should be adequate. So what we're going to do is we're going to right-click once again, and right-clicking is mainly where you get to everything, unless you feel like designating hotkeys, which you can also do, which is nice. They just added that. But mine, terrain, mine, wall. So, and then I'm going to select these walls. Now you don't need to select the ramps. These will automatically come down once these walls are taken down, so that's nice as well. So I'm just going to dig out a little hallway here, and I'm not going to bring it all the way through, but I'm going to bring it pretty deep. And I'm going to also start designating some rooms. So the first one right here, I think the door could go right there. This one right here is going to be a little dirt stockpile room, because having dirt all in one room is a good idea, because when you can't really build on top of things when there's dirt on the block, even if it's a dirt clump, you can't really build on top of that. So you don't want dirt all over the place, and dirt will stack on itself, which is nice, and they added that a while ago, but it's still pretty nice to have. Not that much room here, so I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with it right there, but as for right now, well, you know what, there's probably enough room for a main crafting area here, so I'm going to do that. Let's see how far we can go. That's a pretty good amount of space, and I think I'm going to also extend this back into this edge a bit. And so that's going to be that. Now your game should start out paused, but if it doesn't, you can hit the space bar. That should pause it, and if it doesn't, then you can just go up to the buttons up here. So I don't know why it's just saying the sun has risen. That's probably just because I unpaused the game really quickly. But anyway, so we're going to let the game play, and we're coming to the end of 10 minutes here, so I'm going to stop the video. But we're going to hit the play button, we're going to watch our gnomes go to work really quick. So let's scroll up so we can see a lot of these trees over here. And press the space bar. Now, as you can see, our 2 miners are going to get right on the job and start mining that out quickly. It is dirt. Dirt gets dug out really quickly, especially if they have a decent mining skill. And the nice thing about Gnomoria is that it will automatically designate jobs to people with the highest skills. So, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you would like to watch more. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you have any criticisms or anything like that. So, thank you for watching.